Good morning everybody, I'm Adi Wilmot and welcome to our channel. Today, as you can just see in the background, we're at the Two Wheel Centre. What we're basically doing today is my GSX 1000 has come in some warranty work, and bless them at Two Wheel Centre have been very kind, and they've decided they would lend me the V Stom 650. I know some of you know that I did a video on the V Stom 1050, get it right. V Stom 1050 last year, very impressed with it. The only thing we had against it was obviously the pillion. Other than that, I thought it was a superb bike. We've got the 650, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take the 650 out, so join me after the intro and we can tell you all about it. Okay everybody, well, this isn't quite as I planned it, but you actually join me at Skegness, Vegas. So, picked this bike up, I've done about 70 something miles on it, and up to now, oh man, it's amazing, it's superb. I've never felt it's been short of power, it's got plenty to get you into trouble. You're begging for the next bend to come along, absolutely begging for it, because the handling on it's absolutely amazing. I'm telling you how excited I am now. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'll tell you exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put a new battery in the GoPro, and then instead of going back, straight back, I'm going to take the Skegness to Mablethorpe Road. And I don't think how much of the footage I'm going to show you on the way down here. Obviously I'm getting used to it. And the more I'm getting used to it, the better it is. The brakes are just starting to bed in nicely. You got 3 traction controls on here. You got off, 1 and 2. Obviously daylight today, you're not really going to notice them that much. It's very windy today, extremely windy. It hasn't really bothered the bike. It's moved around a little bit. Nothing special. So yeah, so let's bang a battery in the GoPro and let's go and take you on another ride. So you join me back on the road. Okay, well, I think I pretty much decided at Skegness I wasn't going to show any of the video footage from before. So you join me at the moment on my way out to Chapel St Leonard's. We've just gone through Skegness and out back through Inglemells, and now we're on the way to Chapel St Leonard's because none of that's really worth showing you. Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe, please hit the bell, future videos and everything like that. We'll bring you some more footage of bikes like this. Hopefully a big massive thank you to Two Wheel Centre for giving us the opportunity to ride this bike today. So far we're at about 80 miles in, and oh, it's so comfortable, so easy to ride. It's a leisurely pace that you go on this bike. It's so easy, it's so comfortable. I can't say enough about it. So like I say, you join me now as we're heading out towards Chapel St Leonard's. Pretty much got used to it. When I first picked the bike up, it only done 80 something miles, maybe 90 miles. The brakes weren't bedded in, the tyres weren't really properly bedded in, and you know what, over the last 70 odd miles, 80 miles, it has absolutely come to life. This bike is absolutely superb. So yeah, oh look, a bend, oh can't wait, yay, a bend. Oh, I love this handling of this bike is fantastic. They've just got it so well sorted. So what have I learnt so far? Well, so far I've learnt that the 650 engine is more than adequate, absolutely more than adequate. If you're on, like I am at the moment, I'm solo, I'm riding it along, I'm comfortable. Like I say, I've gone out to Skegness and literally it's so comfortable. So the 650 engine is sweet, it's quiet, it's vibe free. There's no vibes in it at all. It's very smooth. Also, fuel consumption on this is astronomical. Look, this is top gear roll on straight past, no problem at all. So in the real world speeds, this bike is all you're ever going to need. It will do speed limits perfectly, it will take you into speed limits you don't want to be in. up to license losing speeds. You know, yeah, it's a 650. I did honestly think this would be a sluggish bike. I really did. I thought when I rode the 1050 V Stom, I thought, well, the 650 is going to be rubbish, and it just isn't. It isn't the 1050. The way I feel at the moment sitting on this bike right now at this moment in time, if you're going out solo doing a bit of touring and maybe occasionally two up, you need nothing more than this bike. Nothing at all. If you are two up all the time and you're going to do some touring two up, then maybe you need to be looking at the 1050. But on a day like today, and it's very, very windy today, extremely windy, and I can't honestly say that the bike has pushed that far out of the way. It hasn't been moved by the wind, it hasn't been pushed about, I haven't felt like I'm riding a brick. It is coped with it really, really well. At this moment in time, I am so impressed, so impressed. Wow, what a machine. Well done, Suzuki. If you're possibly thinking about the 650 V Strom, at the moment Two Wheel Centre has got a pre-registered red one in, and it looks stunning, absolutely stunning. I think they want £7,200 for it. I believe it could be on the road. So if you are thinking about this, get in touch with Two Wheel Centre. They don't sponsor us in any way, they just let us ride these bikes to do videos for you. So yeah, it'd be well worth you while take a trip down there. Okay, like I say, I've already had my mind blown, but let's go on to some basic realistics. Realistically, this is a very, very comfortable bike. I have gone to Skegness 70 odd miles, no problem at all, and then just wanted to do more. On most bikes, by the time I get to Skegness, have a walk around, all I want to do is get up. Suspension, very, very smooth, very, very supple, picks up all the bumps, no problem at all. Round the bends, as you can see, I picked this up, it had quite a lot of tyre that hadn't been used on the back. You know what I mean by that? By the time I took it back, it was all used. It just absolutely filled me with confidence. Confidence inspiring is what anybody wants out of a bike. It just makes your riding very, very easy. All it means is that instead of worrying about will it or won't it in your head, you're just there, you're just enjoying your ride. This bike is perfect for a new rider, it's perfect for a experienced rider, it's perfect for somebody who wants to commute and do a little bit of Sunday blasts. It ticks just about every single box. Stick some luggage on it, it's sorted. If you could just literally see my face at the minute, I haven't stopped smiling since I got on this bike. That is something that you don't get very often with many bikes. If you're after something like this, please take one of these for a test ride. There are 3 traction control modes on this. There's off, there's obviously 1 and 2, I presume, or class is 3, so off position is 1. Number 2 will be normal mode, and number 3 will probably be rain mode. Didn't find any intrusion while we've been riding this bike at all. But then again, the roads are dry, the sun's out, it's a lovely day apart from the wind, so I wasn't really expecting to find anything. I did do a little bit of off-road, sort of gravel. I did film it, but that's in the early part. I don't think that's going to go in. I found the suspension cope with it really, really well, no problem at all. So if you are thinking of doing some sort of light off-roading, again, this bike would just be a good all-rounder for something like that. If you want to commute, you want to go out on a Sunday blast, you want to do a little bit of off-roading, and you want some value for money, don't look anywhere else. I'm just mind blown by it. Like I said, I haven't had much experience of other off-road bikes, so maybe I'm a little bit biased at the minute. Obviously I did do the 1050 and now this, and would I spend my own money on it? I always say this question. I always ask this question: would I spend my own money on this? And the only thing that's stopping me from having one of these as a second bike in my garage is the fact that the pillion can't see. So if your pillion again is happy to look round you, or is happy not to be able to see all the time, you need to take one of these for a test drive. You really do. The mirrors on it are absolutely superb. The only complaint I've got about the mirrors is they don't fold in.
If the mirrors folded in, that would be perfect. The screen, right, let's go down the screen road. I believe that you could do with a bigger screen on this. With it being a very, very windy day today and being a bit buffeted, I think you'd be better off with a bigger touring screen, but that's something you could decide yourself if you bought one. Instrumentation wise, I love the clocks. You've got your speedo, digital speedo, and then you've got an analog rev counter, which I think is great. You've got a good fuel gauge. You've also got a clock and the outside temperature, which is also good. Things I don't know are whether it's got switch gear that lights up, but I would imagine it hasn't. Oh, look at this, the way it just sweeps in, it's beautiful. But that's something I really don't know. Standing up, look, you can stand up no problem at all, dead comfortable. The pegs are in the perfect place for standing up. Just have a stretch your legs out. Perfect. Everything. I know I keep saying perfect, but I just don't know what else to say about it. It's a bike that, for me, ticks every single box. Unfortunately, the only box it doesn't tick is for the pillion. Maybe there's something that can be done about that, but come on Suzuki, yeah, pillions want to see as well. Just a bit of extra padding in the seat maybe to bring them up a little bit. Okay, let's get on to the styling. Now, if I am going to have to be honest here, and I'm not over keen on the styling, but then I don't like the style of most of these type of bikes. You know, the adventure bikes are exactly what they are. They're built for a purpose, and they're built to design to do a specific job, and as doing that job they are very, very good at it. I like the aesthetics of a sports bike, I can't deny that, and that's just what gives me the look factor. But if you take that away, then the actual styling is sleek. I think the styling is sleek, and I'm pretty sure that if I looked at it a lot more, and again, if I had one in the garage, I'm pretty sure I'd learn to love it very, very quickly. To me, this is more sort of a Tonka toy of motorbikes, and for that, I've got to give it 10 out of 10. Absolutely, 100%. It looks like it would take punishment. I'm not going to try to make it take punishment, but it just looks like it will. When you look at choices, would I like to go to the south of France on my Jitsa, or would I like to go to the south of France on this? I know exactly which one I'll be pulling out of the garage. It would most certainly be this. I'm sure you can get all the luggage and everything for it as well. It's already got a top box, it's got a rack on the back ready for a top box, or if not, yeah, I'm sure you can strap down a nice size holdall, which is, again, it's already there ready for you. This bike that's already proved to me today is the sort of bike that you will get on it, plan your route, you go to where you want to go, and the first thing you're going to think of when you get there is, well, where else can I go? Because I don't want to go home just yet. That's exactly what it made me feel like. I rode it to Skegness, thought, right, I'll go to Skeg. Well, I wasn't even planning on going to Skegness, I was planning on going sort of about halfway, and I found myself at Skegness. That's a credit to this machine. It just made me want to keep riding and riding and riding, and I'm actually at the point now where I'm on my way home and I don't particularly want to go back. Like I said earlier, if you're in the market for something like this machine and you are sort of pondering whether I need a more powerful bike or anything, do yourself a favour, just test drive the 650. If you feel there's not enough power, you can always step up to the 1050, but you might be pleasantly surprised. If you're quite happy to go along at normal speeds, very relaxed, the torque on this bike, I'm going into bends at in fourth and fifth, and it's pulling out the other side absolutely beautifully. It's not bogging down, it's not hesitating, it's just giving me that nice tractional torque to go around the bends. Like I said at Skegness, I'm begging for the next bend to come along. I'm absolutely loving every single sweep, every single turn, every single bend. The one thing I will say is I'm 6 foot, I've got a 33-inch leg, and I'm literally on my tiptoes when I'm sat on it. So if you are smaller, I don't know if there's a seat adjustment or anything, but I mean, if you are a lot smaller, there'll be a suspension adjustment anyway, but that is something to consider. It does feel like a bit of a big machine, so, but that's even good. It's a 650 and it feels like a big machine. I would assume it must be the same size as the 1050, just with a smaller engine, which again is phenomenal, because 9 times out of 10 when you get a smaller engine bike, you get a smaller bike. Not the case with the V Strom. Definitely worth a check out. Look at the way it's just purring down these roads. It's absolutely purring. I can't tell you how much I'm smiling in this helmet. I am absolutely grinning. Just a quick note, it's got all normal switch gear as you would expect it to have, and it's just as easy to use as any other Suzuki. There's nothing out the ordinary that you'll be expecting. Another feature that it's got that I really do like is it has got hazards as well, which I think at the moment in modern day bikes is pretty important to have. Suzuki comes with it. As far as equipment's concerned, I think it's very well equipped. I'm sure it is made as a budget type bike. It's probably one of the cheapest in its class, but riding it and the feel of it and the feeling of the switch gear and everything else, you would never know. Gearbox. I've seen loads of YouTube videos about this gearbox on both the 650 and the 1050, and they say it's clunky, and it's this one isn't, and the 1050 I rode wasn't, and I've had other people comment that theirs has been, and it clicks in typical Suzuki gearbox. It clicks in absolutely beautifully. I found no issues with it at all. I didn't find it clunky. I didn't find it missed any gears or anything. What's going off with some of the others I don't know, but this one in this model, this particular bike I rode, and the same with the 1050, were spot on, and they weren't clunky and they weren't whiny and they didn't miss any gears. So I don't know what else to tell you. The other one I've been told is the seat. The seat can be a bit hard. This one not the case. I didn't ride all the way to Skegness and think where else can I go, which I would have done if the seat had been hard. I found it absolutely adequately supportive. Hopefully you can see that as we're going through all these lovely roads, all these lovely sweeping bends, just like this one, you can see how easy this bike is to ride. I can't express to you enough without hopefully it coming across on video how easy and how comfortable and how relaxing, that's the word I'm looking for, relaxing this bike is to ride. It is so relaxing. It's just, it'll give you a Sunday blast if you want one. It'll scratch a bit if you want it to. It's got plenty of power, but it's also got that lovely low down torque that just takes you where you want to be, and it just makes life so easy on riding a bike. You could go anywhere at all, and it'd be an absolute pleasure. Just sit back, relax and enjoy these roads with me.
I'm hopeless in the crossfire. There's nowhere to go. I'm holding my desires. My heart overflows. The only direction that I'll ever need is the deeper connection that's
really got many more superlatives to say about this bike. All specifications are available on the Suzuki website, or you can give Two Wheels a ring and they'll give you any specifications that you require. Power wise, ample. Don't know what it is brake horsepower wise, I don't know what the torque figures are, but what I will say to you is, especially solo, it's ample. Suspension travel, size of discs and things like that, you know where to look. If you're looking at one of these, you're going to do your specification sheet anyway, so I'm not going to waste your time on the video telling you about it. So take yourself off and off to the Suzuki dealers and have a good look through. Like I say, if you already own one of these, you already know everything I've been saying anyway, and you're already smiling. I know you are. You're already sat there on your living room sofa or whatever, smiling, going, yeah, I know that, but nobody else seems to. Well, hopefully a few more people might find out. Maybe some of the people on some different machines that think they're superlative might give this a try and think, oh, hold on a minute, they're right, they are good. The one thing I try to do on all of these test rides, and I try my hardest, is to take each bike on its own merits. As you are very aware, I ride a GSXR 1000, so you know, as far as power and superlatives go, they are mind-blowing. But I like to think I can actually get the keys to a different bike, a different completely type of bike, and I can give it an honest review. This is what I try to hand out to. So I understand if people are going to say, well, how would you know, and you know, you don't ride these every day and things like that. No, I don't. If I had the chance, I probably would try. As a commuter, yeah, I'd love to give one of these a go. But like I said, for an all-round bike that I need, the pillion side of it is the issue, and the only issue is, as far as the pillion is concerned, is that Teresa can't see, and Teresa likes to be able to see. Okay, sadly it's now time to give the V Stom back. As dropping it back off at the Two Wheel Centre, I'd like to take a massive thank you to you all for watching this video. Again, please subscribe, please hit the bell. Thank you for supporting the channel, and hopefully you can give us enough support that we can get some more bikes in the future. Thanks everybody, goodbye.